All right. So, hopefully, Emma, you will hop on, but if not, we'll get you this recording. I know Joanna, you said you weren't able to hop on, so the rest of us are here, and we're excited to share. And I will make sure to give you guys who aren't on a couple assignments, so make sure to listen in for those and report into the chat for a Team Cup chat. With that, so I know we kind of all did a little bit of introductions in the chat. But it's kind of nice just to see our faces a little bit. So I don't want this chat to go on too long, but let's at least just say maybe why, like the original reason why we started as a BODi partner. And let's say what our favorite thing about being a BODi partner is, and then a fun fact about us. I just made these up on the fly. So I'll go first since I'm putting everyone in the spot. Okay, so the original, very first reason why I started as a BODi partner was, well, honestly, it was two things. I wanted the discount on Shakeology. My husband would not have let me pay full price. Secondly, like I knew I needed the accountability. Being a part of the group was great, but it like was after a month I needed more than that. So that was originally my reason why I joined. My favorite part about being a BODi partner is, oh, I could go on and on, but I would have to say the people that I've met while doing it. And just like the depth of the relationship and the way that like where iron sharpens iron, like we really like care for each other and we really want the best for each other. And I really never had that. I mean, I kind of had service level friends in like high school and college, but not like this. And so I love that. Fun fact about me, a little morbid now, but it is still a fun fact. Growing up and actually most of my adult life too, I always had a parakeet and we never made it stay in the cage. So it was kind of like flying around. And usually it's confined to like one room in our house. I know I never told you this. And parakeets are very small, but they're very friendly. Like if you tame them, they like sit on your shoulder or you can rub their belly. They can like kiss you. I love parakeets. So my one that we had for like 10 years died like a year ago. And now we're thinking about maybe a dog, but my mom's like, don't get a dog, they're high maintenance. So I could go I could go on. But that's kind of a fun fact about me. Like whenever we had plumbers or something, I'd have to be like, uh-oh, like I have to warn them about the bird or I have to get the bird back in the cage. Because otherwise, and sometimes I'd forget and it'd just be like a bird and they'd be like, oh my gosh. I'm like, it's just like a bird. All right. So who wants to go next?
I can go.
Okay, I'll
Let's
prep
see.
you to oh, did you write them down?
I think I got up, I think.
You're so good.
The first one was why did you originally sign up? Do I have that right? I wanted the discount of the products.
You liked
Totally
a lot of
why.
products out of the gate, didn't you? I thought you liked Energize and Recover, or not
I
really.
liked Energize and Recover. Shakeology took me probably until I got a really good blender and found a way that worked for me. It took me in the right flavor. It took me a while.
Which
But I
it's
kept
good for
trying.
people to know that.
Yeah.
I try to talk about it, but I need to talk about it more.
Yeah.
It's not just like love it first taste. It's like,
yeah, it was not until I came across cookies and creamy. It was not love. Like it was like choking it down.
right. This is how I describe first thing to people. I'm like, you drink it because of how it makes you feel, not how it tastes.
Exactly.
All right.
Favorites is so I like to help people, whether it's in my regular job or whatever. And so it just gets satisfaction out of helping people in their journeys, kind of meeting them where they're at. And yeah, showing people that it is possible to do this and to be consistent and even with a crazy
Thank
life.
goodness for you in that way. I feel like God gives me this worker whenever I need it to just prove to everyone else, like you can do this. Like it was April for
I
a
have
while, now it's
my
Abby.
presentation on my other screen right now. Oh, let's see. Fun fact. Oh, that's a good one. I hate animals.
Oh, my parakeet story is perfect.
Yeah. I was kind of sad though, because I met your parakeet and then it died. Remember?
And like terrified you, didn't it? Like you thought it was souped at your head.
No, but I keep that to myself. I don't want people to feel bad.
No, well, you
I don't
didn't
like
kill
animals
it. It
at
was
all.
Charlie that killed the parakeet, but we won't tell that story.
Yeah. Please don't.
It was not you, Abby. It was not you. It was an accident. It's a whole thing. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me that you don't like animals.
Did he feed it something or did he swat it?
Well, I was very sick. That was one of the rounds of COVID. So I was literally like
Mm.
curled up in a ball, and they were relatively un I wasn't watching them because I was literally like dead, and Dan was upstairs, and all of a sudden Avery like screamed that Charlie had thrown a blanket over Chirpsy, and it was like a netted blanket, and they got it off of him, but in the process they like his like foot was like one of the things was like ripped off, and his like wing was like messed up, and it looked like his ribs because he like tried to fly after they finally took the blanket off of him, and he like was banging into stuff because I think he was injured from the blanket,
Oh,
and so he might have made it worse, by trying to get away. It was a whole thing. Yeah, but it was a while. Like he was still alive for probably, but we were like watching him slowly. Like,
decline.
yeah, he really didn't come out of the cage. He's like stopped chirping. Like we kind of knew it was happening, but it was still really sad. So that was fun. Right after I finally started feeling better after COVID, then my bird died. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the worst week ever. Now I'm okay. But it was really sad. It's one of those things, like if you have it for so long and you're just like, yeah, attached.
Hmm. So I signed up for the discount. I mean,
Yeah.
like really, like I had started my journey and um knew that if I was going to continue drinking it, I had to have some sort of discount for it.
Yeah.
But also just to pay it forward. Like I was feeling absolutely incredible, and I was like, there have to be other people who felt as terrible as I did, who need a simple solution. And so yeah, like that's and Rachel harassed me for 3 months, so I mean, I finally said yes.
Well, this whole conversation though makes me want to reassess the whole preferred customer thing because like I don't lead with that at all anymore.
Don't.
I don't.
Don't.
But now I'm like,
Don't.
maybe
It
I'm
makes
shooting
you no
myself in the foot.
money.
We all said
No.
yes.
But
I
it
don't know.
makes you no money though.
I know.
Like,
I
have
know.
you seen that? Have you seen the training with
No,
Doug?
no. Oh, I know. I have like 6 months ago, I stopped like signing. My default now is a customer. And if they want, I more so try to like say, like, it's one of the things I list, right? Like, it's part of helping others. You get the discount. Like, it's not just like, oh, well, you get the discount, so you should sign up. It's more like XYZ. It's one of those things if you want to go the affiliate route, right? But I was interested to see that it seems like Amber's signing up everyone for Gut Protocol as partners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm not doing that. And she's paying their enrollment fee, $40. She's paying their enrollment fee. I'm like, you're making $70 and you're paying $40 for their enrollment. Actually, no. If it's a partner enrollment, I don't even know. Yeah, I think you still get $70. But either way, like
But
I'm like,
why is
that's
she paying their enrollment? Why is she paying their enrollment fee if they're
like,
getting
are
a
she?
TSB? Because there shouldn't be.
No, these are for existing BODi people. Any of her existing BODi people, she's having them sign up as a partner so they can get the discount on the Gut Protocol, like
Package.
digital
Okay.
and cookbook
Gotcha,
and
gotcha,
supplements
gotcha.
and stuff. Either way, I'm like, I don't, I didn't, this is working a lot better for me when I put people as customers who want to be customers. And then it's on me then to be having these conversations with them about potentially being affiliates versus they're partners and then they just fall off and then they get reclassed. Like I've had so many people like thinking about it. And so they say yes to sign up as a partner. And then in 6 months when they get reclassed, it's like they feel like it's like they're nailing their coffin. Like, oh, I didn't do anything with it. So I guess that's done. Like it is more demoralizing than if I would have kept them as a customer until they were actually ready.
Oh yeah, that makes
And they
sense.
want to be able to like it.
And I just
So
think that reclass is a bigger deal than people give it credit for. The fact if you don't sell anything,
I was going to use Pro Drive
Yeah.
because he wanted me to do it.
So my favorite thing about being a BODi partner is definitely the people.
Pro Drive is loud.
Because like
So
yeah, I've been through some really dark days the last 7 years, and if it weren't for this community, if it weren't for these people, if it weren't for the accountability part of it and knowing that people were counting on me to freaking show up, there would be, I mean, like yeah, I'd have been in a fetal position on the couch days.
Right.
And not functioning.
Right.
And to add to that, because of being a partner, because of the vital behaviors, because of the personal growth and development, you know, and how making that commitment to your physical well-being and what you push through and the limiting beliefs you come through through workouts. Here I am in another storm, withstanding it, and not in a fetal position on the couch like I was 2 years ago.
Right. I'll rant about that too. Just the mental and emotional strength that you get from the whole process. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you show up for yourself physically because it's been ingrained as a habit and people are counting on you and it's just something you do and big.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. And then fun fact about me. So while we're talking about animals and birds in particular, you know how some people are afraid of like, you know, snakes and spiders?
Yeah. That was me.
Well, it's chickens for me.
What?
Like I cannot. Like all these people in their homesteads and their free range chickens, like
nightmare.
no, no, I can't. If you got chickens running around your yard, I ain't getting out. Put your chickens up. Like my sister had chickens for a while, and like my nieces knew to like shoo the chickens before Auntie M got there because Auntie M's not getting out of the car.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I envision like snakes on a lawn. I would no way in hell am I getting out of the car. No way.
So like my first degree's in animal science, and we were like I had to go to the chicken houses for part of one of my animal science classes, and like, you know, that's when they tell you, you know, we're talking about chickens and they're cannibals and they'll peck your eyes out, and you know, like then I had one like fly up in my face and I was like, I'm done, I'm out. Like the only good chicken is a dead one on my plate, which is actually what we had tonight for supper was grilled chicken. So
that's funny. That's a great fun fact. Eleanor's are all related.
Yeah, well, we're talking about animals and birds. Yeah, don't do chickens.
All right. Don't worry. I'm in a townhouse. They're allowed here, so. So Emma and Joanna, make sure to put in the chat those same 3 questions whenever you're listening to this. Message us those. All right, keep this moving. Next, our goals. Our goals of they can be anything. I gave you some ideas of like Success Club could be a goal, or your rank could be a goal. Any actions. That's really what I want you to focus on most is like what kind of actions are you committed to? Because when we put goals around our actions, we have 100% control over those, whether we do or do not do them. The results, we don't always have control. We can say percentage wise, you should do this many invites if you want this many people to join you. We can go down that whole rabbit hole. But the most empowering thing is putting a goal around something that you control. Okay. So I guess again, I'll start. I really honestly didn't do a lot of thinking about this, but it hasn't changed a lot in the last many months. So my Success Club, like non-negotiable every month is Success Club 10 in my account. For a while, it was Success Club 20. But in the last few months, I've really focused on Success Club 10, recruiting, new partners, new affiliates. And I want to keep that. It is what I need in my business after doing this for 6+ years. Like, and honestly, I love it even more than like, I can only support so many customers. And I've kind of already hit that level of like the number of 100, 200 people. Like at some point people fall off. I can't message all of them. Like I'm just at my bandwidth. And the way that then I can help more people is helping my people help people. And honestly, as I went on a whole rant in my stories, like the more that I look at my groups and the people on my team, the more I realize that the people who agree to partner and affiliate are the ones who are most changed by this process and most consistent. So like that fires me up to want more people to have that experience, because that's where I see the best part of this whole experience. Like, why wouldn't I want that for people? So I need to focus more time on getting that for people. So this month, again, Success Code 10, non-negotiable in my account. And then I've been having it, my goal of at least 3 new partners or affiliates every month. Now that's going to be really hard, to be honest, because it's going to be hard for me to focus on, especially this month, because right now I'm pushing, like finally promoting the healthier shifts of Morning Meltdown 100 and the desserts. And then I'm going to do some recruiting. And then I really want to push hard on that protocol because I know it'll be like a retail bang. So it's going to be hard for me not to want to go straight from what I'm promoting now to promoting the next thing. Like I need to at least carve out a week or so to really focus on recruiting. That was my problem for 2 years. Every month I would go from promoting one retail opportunity to the next retail opportunity. And honestly, when you're starting to build your business, that's not a bad thing. When I started building my business, I needed the whole month to hit Success Club 6. I needed that whole month and different things to talk about and invite to hit Success Club 6. Now I'm in a different place, so I have different goals. So I also want to put out that encouragement too. I think sometimes when you're newer and you see other people hitting Success Club fast or higher numbers, you think you're doing something wrong or you're not doing enough. And lots of times it's just a matter of doing it longer. When you've been doing this for numerous years, you have a pile of people who you've talked to in the past. You have a pile of people who have joined you in the past and maybe fallen off. I mean, I can go through all those buckets, but just trust that if you're doing the work that we're encouraging you to do and you keep doing it, you will get there too. Anyways, rank, I am honestly where I want to be. My goal again needs to be on helping my people get to Emerald, especially a few of you. They're not on this team cup. They're on a different team cup team. But a few of them even have like one preferred cup. They have like one person under them. Like I need to help them hit Emerald. Like they're so close. It's just like I need to focus on explaining why it's important and helping them get there. And yeah, focusing on the mentorship pod will help with that too. So, okay. Who wants to go next? Goals.
I can go.
Okay.
Just trying to find my goals back from way at the beginning of the year. But so Success Club 6 is my goal. The next 3 weeks are super crazy for work, so it'll probably be good to make sure I'm focused on the things I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Keep my Emerald where I'm at. So if somebody remind me when they drop from partner, how does that work? So
well,
like, let's say Emma, for
active
example.
or inactive?
So when, like if you're an inactive, so like if I have an inactive partner.
Yeah.
Do they drop when you said they get reassigned? How do
reclass? That's
that?
only okay. So if they sign up as a partner and they don't make any kind of sales to anyone for 6 months, then they're automatically reclassed to a preferred customer. Which to you, it doesn't. I mean, if you're just trying to hold Emerald, it doesn't matter whether they're a partner or preferred customer under you. They're treated the same. Okay. It's just important if some of those people have the goal or have expressed some interest in partnering, that you try to get that ball moving. Because honestly, I've seen that if I don't, then they get that email of like, oh, you're going to be reclassed. Then they like see it as like a dash of confidence, even if they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then other goals. I haven't been inviting very much at all. Some of it's like I go through my list and I'm like, I don't know like who to invite to.
Okay. Well, and let's talk about that quick because usually I'm at Success Club 4 now. Usually I like focus a lot of my time at this point in the cycle into like sharing on stories, sharing on posts, like being super consistent and promoting. But certain times of the year, that's a waste of time. And I really feel like this time of the year, not that you shouldn't do it, but when looking at the options, reaching out to people one-on-one is going to be a better bang for your buck than spending a ton of time on posts and stories, because right now people are relatively unplugged, whether it's moms busy as crazy with doctor's appointments and back to school events and like going all the things, or they're going on vacation. Like a lot of people are going on vacation. So like before Christmas, like there's just certain times where it's like when rubber hits the road, like I'm gonna focus on invites. So it like is making me cringe because I had all these awesome ideas for like lead gens. I had all these awesome ideas, and maybe I'll still get a few of them in, but people who I plan on inviting for this particularly is, well, first off, I'm still waiting for that dang report to work in the back office of digital report or digital access. It still doesn't work. So I'm like peeved about that, but there's nothing we can do about it. So one thing I do have, I don't know if you have anything written down, but I would have like really old papers of stuff. One is a list of people who are interested in peppermint mocha Shakeology. I also am going to look, yeah, I know, way back when. I keep papers of all this stuff. So I'm going to go and I'm going to invite those people because those people, A, are open to Shakeology, B, are clearly liking sweet treats. So if I'm doing a dessert focused Shakeology group, I need to reach out to those people and let them know. I'm also hoping to find an easy way. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm thinking if I export all of my past orders, it's going to be hundreds and hundreds of lines long, but hopefully I can search, you know, that's an Excel, Abby, search for like vanilla chai. And there was one other, caramel brownie Shakeology. Like these are the kinds of things that go through my head. Like these are the kind of people. And it's a little hard because it's like, yes, it's not brand new business, but it's re-engaging people, which in this challenge would probably be Success Club points if they don't have any that are not expired in their shelf. It's just like, to me, that's an easy invite. So I'm going to look back at all my people who purchased, or if I have Google Forms or paper lists of people who are interested in any of those specialized dessert Shakeology flavors. Should have brought all those people.
They have my wonderful notebook.
Yeah, and then I also
have
have my old paper lists of people who are interested in Morning Meltdown 100. Yes, years ago I still have those lists. I keep them forever because they come in handy.
That was like
now.
the first program I did. Like that was before I was like into.
Oh, okay.
So otherwise, like for job one, some of those I've gone back to
or what are the other ones? Fire and Flow. If you have any, look at that. Like what, I think that's all she's been in. But those are the kind of things that I go back and look through, like who did that program, who was in it. Again, it's a little harder because we don't have that digital access report, but I'm going through papers, Google Forms, whatever I can. And I'm going to that's my goal for tomorrow is like script out. I'm going to focus on Shakeology first because that's something they actually have to order. So I'm going to try to script out an invite for anyone was interested or purchased that kind of Shakeology in the past or expressed interest. And then hopefully I can get all those invites out in a day. I usually try to keep it to 20 at a time. Otherwise, sometimes I get locked out. Messenger doesn't like me. So I try 20 at a time. And I never get locked out then. Anyways, and then the next day I'm going to focus on the Morning Meltdown 100 invites, which again, in my history, I try to focus more on those like interested lists because there are new people in those lists. Those are people who are interested in the past but didn't say yes. But last case scenario is looking at my Coach Online office and see who purchased in the past. Or another one is like, who was interested in the last test group that you did? Can't remember what was the last test group that we did. 21 Day Fix, Body Block. Like those are all old lists you could go through too. They were interested in a test group at some point, a 3-week group. Why not reach out to them and be like, hey, I have another 3-week group kicking off, fitness focus. Go there. So that's kind of where my brain goes for invites. Like I said, I was very proud of myself for doing that conversation opener for all those people who at least watch my stories, because that was very out of my comfort zone. I usually just try to talk to people who I've already in the past. So I feel like that was good. And now I need to like go back to my comfort zone and bang some crap out and get some points on the board. So that's my thought.
Yes, I'm gonna send 10 invites this week for the group. So
That's good.
and get one post up, but I
Good.
haven't had any inspiration for a post. So
Well, I'm trying to think. My next post that I was planning on doing tonight, which is not going to happen because I have to kick off our BODi mentorship and I need to focus on invites. Anyways, I have two lead gen ideas I was planning on doing, one tonight and one on Thursday night. I plan this stuff out weeks in advance. So my one tonight was actually a copy paste of an old one around this time of year that is just talking about how, like, right now, and Abby, you do this all the time, but like talking about how overwhelmed people in our season are right now with back to school and all the things. And then, just kind of focusing on the emotion of that and really letting them feel like how they feel. And then transitioning into like, this is why I'm launching the Healthier Shifts 3-week group, because I understand how it feels overwhelmed. And that's why I'm like, you can choose. And I was going to do that in the lead gen, which I might do on the next time I can get a post up. But like I was going to have in the call to action, like, all right, they can choose either fitness focused or a desserts, a healthier desserts. I'm not going to mention Shakeology in the post. Create curiosity, not resistance. So you say healthier dessert recipes or both. So that was going to be kind of my going through my lead gen of my post, writing about feeling your feels. This is exactly why I'm doing this group. It's perfect for you. Choose fitness or healthier desserts or both. That was my plan. Otherwise, on Thursday, I was going to do just one focus on healthier desserts, because seriously, so many women can wrap their head around one, like start your post talking about how bad of a sweet tooth you had, or the kinds of things you used to eat, like whatever it is. Like, again, make it descriptive so that they feel like, oh my gosh, it's me. Like sitting down, watching TV with a bag of whatever, or eating a whole entire row of whatever. Like, no judgment. But right, like saying again, whether it's your current or your past, because you can say, like, if that's still a struggle for you, you can say, like, this is me right now. But I'm excited because starting next week, I'm going to have all these amazing healthier desserts, and I'm excited to try a different one and replace this bad habit with a healthier one. And so then that was my other lead gen idea. Feel free to steal these and use them, because again, I'm hoping to still use them. But feel free, make them your own. But those are really, I mean, everyone has a story around that. Like, everyone has a story about feeling completely overwhelmed right now in the season of life that you're in, and why these healthier shifts are a perfect avenue to starting to do something. And then most women have a sweet tooth issue. They'll relate to that. And then you say, again, don't mention Shakeology in the post. Just mention that you're going to have a bunch of desserts that actually taste good and that are good for you. And you know that you can't say no to desserts forever, but you can replace that crappy dessert with something else. Those are dang good lead gens. After I keep talking, I was like, I need to do, but I also know I need to message people. So honestly, it's all of these ideas that help me push to like do things. Cause I'm like, if I don't do it, they're just ideas. Like, ideas are only as good as you actually put them to action. So no matter how overwhelmed you are, tell yourself that too. Like, if you do nothing with it, that did no one any good. So take one of these things and do something with it. Okay. There's some lead gen ideas for you.
notes, lots of notes.
I know you'll take some of them, go with it. And when you do, share it with the team. Any post that you do, share it with the team. We want to encourage one another. We want to be inspired by one another, maybe steal some words of each other, like share. And it's good accountability to be like, okay, I said I was going to do this. I did it. All right, Emily, goals. We're already past our timeline.
Hitting Success Club. I mean, like,
Yes.
hitting Success Club. But like I always remind myself of, the scene in the movie The Grinch with Jim Carrey, which is like one of my favorite movies at Christmas time. And he's sitting there and he checks his voicemail and he doesn't have any messages and he goes, oh, better check the outgoing. Like, always remind myself of that. Like, talking about starting conversations and making connections and inviting, like you have to make the connection. You got to have the outgoing before you can have the incoming. And so just, starting conversations, just being intentional with starting conversations and not having hesitations or, what are they going to think or whatever. And like, just be human and be genuine and just starting conversations and, knowing that you're planting the seed, starting that all over again. Because I feel like my funnel has kind of collapsed because I haven't been intentional with building my funnel and my pipeline for months. So just starting those conversations again is the main action for this
and
month.
just reminding yourself that those people could be hoping and waiting for you to do that. Like you have no idea what their circumstance is. Like you could really be, I always tell myself, like, this has been such a blessing to me. Like I could be giving that to somebody else. Like I'm not bothering them. I'm offering them a solution for a problem they might feel stuck in right now. Helping them, like offering to help them and to care about them and check on them. Like,
yep.
Yeah, that's not being a bother.
Yeah, no, but that's where I am this month, is hitting Success Club and conversations, and whatever comes from that.
All right. So what else? Does there, I mean, we could go on and on, but the chances of us what time are we at? Like a half hour? It's not telling me a time. I think we're at a half hour. Okay. So anyone have anything else they want to talk about or ask questions of or brainstorm about? Are we good to go? We can always do it in the chat too.
I just want to just celebrate us for already having stuff on the board, and we're 7 days in. I mean, like, that's huge, because I've been on Team Cup teams that like everybody had big talk and like nobody did anything in it. And even led team cups where I was pouring information, encouragement every day, and like there was no response. And I mean, yeah, I mean, like we're off to a great start, and it's so encouraging for me to be a part of this.
Yay. No, that's what we're all about. All right.
So Emma said that she forgot. Well, she was waiting for a invite and she missed the messenger one. So she's like, fail. I said, it's okay. But question. So she's like, I was talking to a friend about BODi, and she mentioned that her insurance gives her points and reimburses her for a gym membership. Does that work with BODi also?
Yeah. So I have had people join, but typically it's just for the BODi platform, not for supplements and stuff. I have had people try to get a package and push it through, and it's gotten denied. Maybe people have gotten it through, but it's really it's funny because I've done this with multiple people, like in detail, and like I've tried to find some kind of confirmation either in an email or my share card or like somewhere that shows the breakout of, because if they had like a breakout showing BODi at like $180 anywhere in what they paid, they could run that through. But unfortunately, when they break out the share card, they always discount BODi to like $30 and they show the supplement at the rate. And I know why they do it. It's because then they're warned when it ships again, like they would see it multiple times that that's the retail price. So it's not a surprise later on when that's the price, right? But it's hard. So that's why, like, I would suggest, I actually was able to convert someone from saying that they wanted to use their money for it. And I just kept them showing the value, like the value of the 180 of the BODi platform itself, and like the 200, because I gave her the $20 promo of the package. And I was like, I can send you one for the 180. I just feel bad because you're missing out on being able to try the supplements and get all this other stuff for 200. And like, I impressed it on her so much that she agreed with me. She bought the 200 and she decided to use her insurance money on weights. So we all won.
There you go. All right,
so, I mean, that's not any, but I would just warn her of that. Like, yes, the BODi platform, it should work. But a package, it's going to be a little harder. And And then, yeah, Success Club points are all tied to packages, not the BODi platform itself. And I always think, again, it's in their best interest to try the supplements at a huge discount, because if they're like me, you never would have paid full price for them. And so you never would have tried them. And once you try them, you fall in love with them and it's good for you and all the things. So good thing we kept recording all of this for her.
Thank you.
That's my gist. Yep. Good question. All right, I'm going to stop this now.